What's up, guys? Dwayne Richens, Door-to-Door Realtor. Today, in this episode, we are going to go through some key facts that are going to help you get started on your door-to-door career. Guys, we're dumping a ton of knowledge out for you. We want you to build a massive business. So as we go through this, if you want access to this pamphlet and much more, comment below door-to-door knocking module. Okay, let's dive in. So as we go through this, I'm going to explain in detail why it's important. So Jeremy Davis and I, we have knocked over 15 years just in alarms and real estate, probably getting closer to 20 right now. And I sold 89 homes. Jeremy sold 75 homes. We've got a ton of success in this, and we have a ton of information. We've done this long enough that if you follow our steps, you're going to be like a lot of people we have trained. Billy down in Alabama is now the number 2 agent in Alabama. Helped him walk away from a part-time firefighter gig to now full-time real estate agent. We've got Andy out in New York is doing really well. Killed it this last year. We had William, who did 19 million in production just this last year. We've got Saad, had 13 under contract one time, had his biggest year last year. Guys, there's so many more. Jeffrey sold over 35 down in Atlanta. There's many more that have had their highest years ever just following the systems we teach. So we're going to dive in. We're going to talk to you about why door-to-door works, how to pick area, strategies to manage area, explain all the things about our pitch and why the pitch works. And then we're going to teach you how to organize leads. And so hang tight. Here we go. Door-to-door knocking works. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're cold calling, you already know. If you're cold calling right now, how many people pick up the phone? Be honest with yourself. Out of 1,000 people called, how many people are actually picking up the phone? And are you doing 1,000 calls? If you are, kudos to you. You can still get deals doing this. But once you get that, however many people pick up, from my experience, I've heard about 30 to 1,000. Out of those 30 people that pick up, how many of them give you time to talk further than, hey, my name's Dwayne with Real Broker? How much further do you get before you hear it click? And what is your intention on a cold call? Your intention is to set an appointment. Okay, now let's say out of those 30 people, you get 10 that actually talk to you. Out of those 10, you're able to set 2 appointments. Out of those 2 appointments, how many people are actually there when you show up? Guys, I know people that make a lot of money doing this, but the numbers are getting harder and harder and harder. The do not call list. If you're my Canadian people, we have a ton of Canadian people in our program. You can't cold call. You cannot get on just a dialer and dial 16 lines at once. So guys, that's why you need a door knock. Farming, doing flyers and letters and all of that, the close rate is horrible. Paying for Realtor.com leads, paying for Zillow leads, your close rate's 3%. Social media, it takes a while to build up and people have to trust you. You have to be consistent. You've got to post 3 to 5 times a week. You got to spend money into marketing. You've got to show success before people trust you. Okay, hard to get started in that. Do we do social media? Absolutely. But we're going to teach you how to do it with door knocking and make sure that you find the best solutions. Referrals. Referrals are fabulous. Guys, but you're not going to get referrals until you start selling a lot of real estate and making a lot of people want to use you because of your success. So go build a name of someone that's crazy successful. And then, yes, you're going to get friends and family. Of course, you're going to close some friends and family. But in reality, is that who you want to market to? If you are, yes, you'll get 1 or 2 deals out of them. But remember, they know how much real estate you sell. They know the volume you're doing. Why would they trust the most expensive transaction to someone they know may not be selling as much real estate as they'd like to? So here's my strategy on friends and family. I say to go out and crush it, go sell a ton of homes, and then have friends and family reach out to you to say, Dwayne, you are killing it. You're selling so much real estate, we would not go with anybody else. We trust you and we know you're the best. So that's one of the biggest things you need to do. I'm not going to go through this slide, but you guys need to see this and work through it. And it kind of breaks down why face-to-face is so important. How to pick area. We've talked about this quite a few times. Picking area is important. You have got to pick an area where there's going to be high turnover, where the homes are going to sell quickly, where you can upgrade them. Do not get into multi-million-dollar homes. Don't get into areas where, they're going to be downgraded. That's going to hurt your business. I'm not going to go too deep into this because I touch on this at our seminars. By the way, if you're in LA, we're going to be there on the 27th. If you're in Atlanta, the 28th, and Orlando, the 29th, make sure you're there. Zillow. You can also dive into Zillow to find a lot of different things about what homes are selling for. You can find how many days on market. So there's a lot of good stuff you can research just through Zillow to be able to help you be more successful. But managing your area is so important. Not going to touch on this one either because this is something you need to go deep into, but you've got to keep track of who you've talked to. You've got to start getting them on lists where you can invite them to events, and you've got to maintain a good relationship with them. Super important, but you should keep track of everybody you talk on their door. And we've got a door knocking app coming out that will help a lot with that. But in the meantime, I used a notes pad on my iPhone that I wrote down everybody. And that's a great way to keep track and to know what's coming down the pipe and when they're going to be ready. But most and foremost, you should try to get them to sell right now. Right now is the time that they should be selling. Help them understand that, okay? A couple key factors in this when you're knocking on a door. You got to look good, you got to feel good, you got to be present, you got to be prepared. So know what to say when you knock on that door. Have all the information, okay? Stay put in an area. You should be in an area for at least 2 weeks. So Jeremy's pitch is this. I'm going to tell you mine as well. Hey, Jeremy with Realtor, I'll be real quick. Did any of your neighbors mention I was going to be stopping by? No worries. Real estate market is all over the place. Have you considered buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Guys, I use the same pitch. Weird, because you've heard me say this exact same pitch. Gotcha. Well, this is a beautiful home. Would you say this is your forever home? Most people are going to say no. I don't blame you. Down the road, when you guys do go to move, what would be in the next, will it be in the next 6 months, 12 months, or more like 15 to 20, or even 25 years? That's when you start working your question-based selling approach, okay? And then here's the hook. You always have to leave with a hook. If I could show you how to make blank and do it while moving up your timeline and possibly pocketing another $50,000 to $60,000, would you be opposed to moving up that timeline? Most people are going to say no. Okay, so go through, see what we're doing here. There's method behind all of our madness, the pattern interrupt, current interest rates, mindsets, timelines, motivation, interest. You can gauge all of that as you walk through. Okay, keep your area super organized. That way you have it all dialed in. Organizing your leads, books you need to read. So here's some books that you need to read if you're going to get to the top level of your real estate business, especially door-to-door. Psychology is Selling is probably by far my favorite, but here's a bunch of other ones. In our book group, we read a book every month. And when I say book group, that's our coaching program and our team. And you guys should be doing that too. These are a bunch of the books we've read and will continue to read. Extreme Ownership, probably one of my favorite books. But guys, here's Psychology is Selling. If you're not first, you're last. Oh my gosh, pitch anything. There's so many books out there. Go educate yourself. Be crazy successful. Be intentional in what you're doing and make sure that you're putting forth the effort to propel you forward. And that all comes with self-discipline, habits, learning the skills. Casey Ball, one of the best dudes in the world. If you guys don't follow him, watch him. You're irresponsible in today's society to not succeed with the access to the information we have. Guys, Jeremy and I are throwing so much information out there. There are many of you who have closed deals by watching just what we put online. We will train you the skills. We'll help you to build leadership. And if you want to go very, very deep in this, get in our role play groups, get in our coaching program. Everyone that's in there tells us all the time it's so cheap because we offer role play twice a day. You get access to all of our coaching platforms that are online. You get access to us. Jeremy coaches twice a day. I coach, or twice a week. I coach once a week. And it's insane. It's insane the value that we throw at you guys to help you get where you need to be. So guys, if you're looking to grow your business, I would love to chat with you. Make sure you reach out to us and let us know how we can help grow. Thank you. Have a great day. Hey, Sherry.